Let me get a picture of these, all you motherfuckers. You might all have to just take a little half a step back, yeah?
Okay, it's our turn.
You always dress up for the media like this?
Oh, this is an average Friday afternoon for me, my friend, yeah?
So how's the knee feeling?
Yeah, it feels good, man. I'm working hard. I'm over the worst of it. You know what I mean? It was a tough, after surgery you're just in bed alone. You know what I mean? It's tough. So now I'm here, I can balance, you know what I mean? So I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of George. I'm competing with George in my mind, you know what I mean? Took George 10 months to come back. I'm looking to do it in 6. So you know, competition is always good, and I'm competing with someone we followed the same path, same surgeon, same rehab, same physio. So I have a blueprint, and I'm following it. And not only am I following it, I'm bypassing it.
When do you think you'll be ready to fight?
You know, I'd love to say like March. I'd love to say March, London. You know, but really, I reckon April, May. I'm looking to get one in before it comes to my hometown, Dublin. Now they're coming in the 3rd quarter of next year. So I'd like to have one before that, and then a meaningful fight on the Dublin card. You know what I mean? Get back in there, whoop some poor guy on my return, and then a meaningful fight in my hometown.
Obviously, the disappointment of the injury and not being able to compete. Other than that disappointment, though, are you living the life right now? Are you enjoying every moment of the success that you've brought to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, my life is good. You know, in my head, my life was always good, even when it probably wasn't. You know what I mean? And so, I just keep that in my head. Feel like a millionaire walking around, even though, you know what I mean. So, but things are tough. You know. It's tough, an injury for an athlete, for a guy like me. You know, if I can't train or if I have nothing to work towards, it's tough. You know what I mean? So, I'm just trying to keep a positive mind frame and always be happy, because why not? You know what I mean? What else is nothing good ever comes from worrying or you know, sitting and feeling sorry for yourself. Even though I had a few nights where I felt sorry for myself, you know what I mean? I just keep positive and keep pushing on, and things will turn good.
Based on your Twitter, it seems like you've been having fun in America.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a couple of pictures. I post a couple of pictures. People think I'm losing my fucking mind. You know what I mean? But I'm working hard, 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week rehab. You know what I mean? Occasionally, I might get brought out somewhere and we might go and have a bit of fun. I'm only human. I'm not a monk. I mean, I like women.
You have become a very popular fighter in very few fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
What do you think the secret behind your success is?
I don't know. Maybe I just say it like it is. I say, you know, I speak the truth. In my mind, I speak the truth. You know what I mean? People are probably interested. I come to fight as well. You know, I don't just talk the talk. I say what I do and then I do it. I say what I'm gonna do and then I do what I say. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. People are just latching onto it. I'm the only Irish guy in there as well. Surely that's helping me. I carry a nation with me. You know what I mean? So.
How big is MMA in Ireland?
Yeah, it's growing. I can't walk down the street at the minute. You know what I mean? So I get stopped everywhere I go in Ireland. So it's brilliant to see, and it's brilliant to be a part of that. My gym, Straight Blast Gym, are opening up a new facility. It's going to be the largest facility in the country. You know, we don't have currently MMA gyms. This is an MMA gym right now. You know what I mean? This is jiu-jitsu class right here with 25 people just cramped up together. But so now, you know, now we're moving to a big facility, open glass. You know what I mean? 2 big cages, a ring, big selection of bars. You know, I'm just happy to be a part of all that. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna fuck about. You know, I carry that with pride. You know, and I'm gonna go in there and whoop everyone. Just, you know, to keep growing and to keep building that. Jeez, Lyoto looks really good for 185, doesn't he?
Are you looking to build up a huge camp in SPG and inviting fighters from outside?
What do you mean build up? Like, yeah, man.
Even better camp than you have now. You have good fighters, but
yeah. I mean, there's people reaching out. You know, of course, you get I'm traveling around a lot lately, and I'm meeting so many people. So it's always great. You know, when I come back, I will definitely travel around. I will definitely have people over to the gym. Of course, you know, variety is the spice of life. You know, I love meeting new people and training with new bodies. You know, I mean, traveling the world, experiencing new movement, eating new food. that's my life. That's what I want to do with my life. You know what I mean? So
You've become a role model to a lot of sort of younger up-and-coming fighters, especially in UK, and I'm thinking of guys like Liam James, for example, who I know is coming to train with John Kavanagh and what have you. How important is that to you, and does that help you become a better fighter, knowing that these guys look up to you? Do you like passing on what you know?
I mean, I'm not a coach. I don't think I could be a coach to anyone. You know what I mean? But definitely, I mean, that's brilliant. People want to come on and try and take what I know, and that's brilliant. Of course, it's uplifting to me, you know, and it's inspiring. But at the same time, it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary that like people are kind of like a role model kind of shit. You know, I don't think I'm that kind of guy, and I need to sit back and kind of think to myself, like with all that stuff on Twitter and, you know, getting into trouble on Twitter and shit. You know what I mean? I need to realise that there's a lot of kids that are looking up to me from my nation. You know what I mean? I need to handle myself a little bit better, and, you know. But sometimes that spooks me out, because I'm only 25. You know what I mean? I'm only a little kid from Crumlin in Dublin, little small estate in Crumlin. So to be here and all this kind of going on, sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. You know what I mean? But even though this is overwhelming, shut the door, ring the bell, and no one does it better than me. You know what I mean? No one is more calm, composed, collected than me.
Sorry, is SBG and certainly your relationship with John Kavanagh, does that have something to do with your mindset? I know when you say you go into a fight, you don't have a game plan. Is that something that is evolved through your training with John and SBG?
Yeah, 100%. John showed the way, showed me a new way of thinking, a new way of approaching combat sport. Now, that's just me and John's relationship. John has other relationships with other guys that maybe might plan some stuff and talk a bit more about what's going on. Me and John, we just like to kind of flow roll. John's kind of a hippie, laid back, go with the flow kind of guy, and, you know, I before I met John, I probably wasn't. I was probably the opposite of that, you know. So we kind of found a little balance between each other, and it you know, it's golden. You know what I mean? It's unstoppable.
You just said you want to return and whip some poor guy's ass, and after that have a meaningful fight in Dublin. Who could be that poor guy, and what would be a meaningful fight? Well,
you know, there's a lot of ass whoopings to be handed out. There's a lot of people talking some stuff. You know what I mean? It's great, because this is the beautiful thing about this game. Beautiful thing about this game. We can say whatever we want about each other, but at the end of the day, we got to get in and we got to fight. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing. But who would I like on my way back? You know, I'd like Diego Sanchez at 155. I think I want a 155 return. I was talking to Sean Shelby last night. See what, you know, he doesn't seem to be too pushy. He wants me to focus on the 145. You know, but Diego Sanchez keep talking shit, you know what I mean? So I'd like to, you know, and plus it's an easy fight. I like easy money. It's my favourite.
In Norway, we have a fighter called Emil Mek, who's really trying to get into the UFC. He's 4-1. Mm-hmm. And considering your popularity, do you have any advice on how he should?
What's his name?
Emil Mek.
What weight is he?
He's welterweight.
That's all right. I was gonna say stay away from me, but no. Yeah, just believe. Where is he from again?
Norway.
And is there anyone in there from Norway at the minute?
Not right now.
Yeah, well, man, do what hasn't been done before. There was no one from Ireland that was in there before me. You know what I mean? I couldn't go to people and say, yeah, I want to follow this guy's career, because there was no path for us. You know what I mean? I created the path. Myself and my coach, we created this path. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing to have that. You know, that should spur him on to do what has not been done before, and just keep believing in your ability, believe in your shot, believe in your move, and show up at the gym. And it is a recipe for success that cannot be stopped.
How much of this did you create? I mean, are you talking about just in the cage, or are you talking about kind of, you know, the new persona, the fancy dress? Well,
man, you could come back, find me 3 years ago. Let's rewind 3 years ago, because it was not. This is not a new persona. This is just who I am. You know what I mean? I don't change nothing for nobody, but yeah, you know, like in Ireland, no one knew what the fuck MMA was. You know what I mean? No one knew. What? That's the boxing in a cage, or, you know, what is this? Until my coach, until Straight Blast Gym came onto the scene, and we knew we could bring it to the public eye and you know, help promote the sport, and that's the approach we took, and that belief that we were going to change the face of combat sport, not only in our country but combat sport all over. You know, give me time. Give me time, because trust me when I tell you this, I'm the greatest of all time. You know what I mean?
That doesn't fight friends. Do you have any feelings about that? Do you fight
I will fight, man. I will fight you right now. But honestly, I don't understand that. This is the sport at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Money is money. I will fight anyone. I'll fight my corner man. I'll fight my coaches. I'll fight my teammates. You know what I mean? And we're all the same because this is just a sport. It's just I fight them every damn day. So I want to get some damn money for it. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that they won't fight your friend and shit. You know, if there's a belt on the line, if there's money, if there's cash money on the line,
so
we're gonna fight.
What would happen if you would fight Gunnar Nelson?
Well, Gunny's. Of course I would fight Gunny. You know, Gunny's a special man, a special talent, and myself and Gunny have bonded so much. And there's another guy that helped shape my mind and help bring me to this stage where I'm at. And I'm really looking forward to when Gunny makes his return. You know what I mean? He's going to shake up the 170-pound division, no doubt in my mind. That guy is special. And I mean, we are a special team, and we have a special team going on. I don't know whether he's going to be back until the new year, you know. So that's one man I'm really looking forward to seeing.
How hard is it to sit here by the sidelines and watch other people fight?
Man, to be honest, I'm probably fighting depression daily. To see these great contests, and you know, there's some great fights going down that has happened, and I'm just sitting there, can't even, you know what I mean? So it's tough, but we all go through it. You know what I mean? If someone else has gone through it, why can't I? You know, I need to be strong because other people have came back and conquered it. So, and that's what I plan on doing.
What do you think of Anthony Pettis winning the lightweight belt, and how do you think your styles would match up if you face him?
Yeah, congratulations. It was a great contest. I'd love a crack at. Like I said, I want to move up to the 155 division. I'm only just turned 25. You think I'm going to be 32 years old and cutting all that weight down to featherweight? You best believe me, that won't be happening. You know what I mean? And I like myself at 155. I like looking in the mirror at 155 because I look good at 155. You know what I mean? I look like, you know, it's rough. It's rough at 145 is tough. You know what I mean? I can do it, no problem. But as I get older, I definitely have my eyes on that 155-pound division. You know, there's pros and cons to it. There's pros and cons to up and down. I believe they're a lot slower in the 155-pound division. And I feel confident going in against any man. Any man, as Chael P said, any man God made. You know what I mean? And not only that, I'll whoop God as well. You know what I mean? So.
What are you walking around at right now?
I'm about 170 right now. About 170, about 9% body fat. You know, so I'm still lean, I'm still in shape. You know, I feel like just ripping my top off Hulk Hogan style. I'm fucking.
No way, MMA is still banned, and recently the Sports Federation called it brutal and violent and basically bare knuckle fighting. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, this is. Everyone's going through the same thing, you know. It is a learning experience. It is a learning thing. But as long as they're noticing, it will change. You know what I mean? As the right athlete comes along, the right representative of your nation and has success, you know, people are attracted to this game. So whether there's some little 95-year-old grey-haired fat-ass politician that's talking shit, you know what I mean, that has diabetes and can't walk up the stairs. You know what I mean? The young generation will see this. Look at this. They won't want to listen to this fat, grey-haired, 95-year-old guy with diabetes who can't walk up the stairs. I don't want to listen to this slick Norwegian, blonde hair, blue eye, 6'5", like a Greek god. You know what I mean? And people will see that and be more attracted to the athlete than the fat politician. So give it time. The right it will happen. You know what I mean? If you're over here right now from Norway and you have a passion for it, then best believe there's other motherfuckers in Norway that you know what I mean. So everyone is going through the same thing. You know, it's the same thing in Ireland. People don't know about it. You know what I mean? Before me, there was when the UFC came to Dublin 5 years ago, UFC 93. There was uproar over it. There was all the boxing guys got on, all these famous world champion boxers got on and was like, it's the most disgraceful sport ever. You know, all this type of shit. And I'm only like 18 years old listening to this thinking, what, man, I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna show everyone. I'm gonna show what a true martial artist is. I'm gonna show what true unarmed combat is, and that's what I'm doing. So have faith, Norway. You know what I mean? Keep trucking.
You've made it to the premier MMA organization in the world, the UFC. But before you got here, you were a two-weight champion. I won't name the other organization because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But how important? Thank you, Cage Warriors. How important were they to giving you the platform so that you could debut in the UFC in the manner that you did?
Yeah, Cage Warriors are doing great things for European MMA, and they're giving the platform for guys like me, you know, who came through. And of course, they are vital. They're doing great things, and I'm forever grateful to the opportunities I got. You know, of course, you got to get in there, and you got to make the fights happen, and you got to perform, regardless of promotion. you know, the matchmakers here and the guys who signed the contracts for the UFC, you know, they have their scouts, you know what I mean? So you just go in, perform, and believe in what's going on, and it will, you know, you'll get noticed. So Cage Warriors is a great promotion, and they still have my 2 belts. They took my 2 belts off me, and I want them 2 belts back because, you know, I'm the real champion. I'm the lightweight champion. I'm the featherweight champion, and I miss my belts. You know what I mean? So
we'll be seeing Graham Boylan on the 7th of December. We'll let him know you said that, sir.
I might see him myself and just take them off him, to be honest with you. But
they have two new champs at the Cage Warriors already. You have any message to those guys?
Well, the American that took the featherweight belt, he's rubbish. You know what I mean? I was supposed to fight him a while ago. I still would. I still have my eyes on him. You know. They know, you know, we all know who the real champ is. The lightweight title just got won by Stephen Ray. Put on some good performance. He's a solid guy, you know. He's a nice guy as well. So I congratulate him, and I wish him all the success. But you know, I know, we know, fucking.
Conor, you said that Diego Sanchez would be an easy fight. You guys never been finished, but what makes you say that?
I'm too defensively intelligent. I'm too smooth. I'm too, you know, he's not gonna hit. I tell you right now, he wouldn't hit me once. He wouldn't land 1 shot. You know, I mean, Gil made a miss and capitalized, but I'm a little bit more clinical. You know, he will hit air and hit the floor. You know, you can trust me on that. And plus, the guy's about two punches away from. You know what I mean? He's slurring his speech and all. I mean, I'm worried about the guy. Before I fight him, I want to see his medical reports. I don't want to be the guy leaving him getting fed through a tube, wearing a nappy for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, it's easy money, and money's my favourite.
You had the little Twitter thing recently. What did Uncle Dana say to you?
Yeah, I'm just answering them questions, and I'm, like I said, in that hotel room, in that apartment in LA on my own, and I just get bored, and I say, "Fuck, I'm gonna go on Twitter and start answering some of the fans' questions." And you know, sometimes I don't really think that people are gonna see them all, because I answer like about 30 of them in a row. So let's say that was 10 down. I think that's gonna just disappear. It's all good. Next thing you know, Fox breaking news live on Fox. Conor McGregor fucking treason but. And Dana just said, look, just cop on. I mean, don't be stupid. It was more of a pat on the wrist. You know? I'm not looking to get fired. It's only my first day. You know what I mean? Give me a bleeding minute. Give me a couple of weeks at least. But you know, when the Don speaks, you know, you listen. You know what I mean? So he speaks sense, and he speaks the truth. So I just listened, take it on board, and now it's Jesus Christ early mornings, Bible studies. That's it.
You mentioned a little bit about your knee and feeling great and everything. Can you give us a little more detail on like where you are at in the rehab process, like how far along you are and what you can do mobility-wise, strength-wise?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ahead of the game. You know what I mean? I'm working hard. I can cycle. I can half squat. I can balance on one leg. I can throw like a sidekick, leaning on my bad leg. I don't want to say bad leg because it's not a bad leg, but I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm ahead of the game. You know, things are going good. So I'll be back in no time.
Is there concern that you would rush back too quickly, or I mean, you talk about it right away about being ahead, but how do you kind of make sure that you don't do that?
Look, I study what's going on around me. You know, I know this injury. You know, it can relapse. You know, you can mess up and. But I have a good team around me, you know, and what I do is I follow instructions. You know what I mean? I'm just following instruction. What they tell me I can do, I do, and I do it. I question everything. How much of it can I do? How often can I do it? I'm not gonna if they don't tell me to go and start boxing or start kicking a bag, then I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? I question them every day. And where am I at? What can I do now? What can I do today? And each day I'm adding new stuff. You know what I mean? I'll be on the elliptical, you know, the ski machine. And then they have like this anti-gravity treadmill, so I'm going to be on that in like a week. When I actually get back to LA, they're going to have me on that. It's like supposed to be like running on the moon. I mean, but it's a little bit expensive to fly to the moon, so now they build up a little treadmill. But I'm going to be on that, and then
other guys like George, who
there's literally fights going on over here. You know what I'm saying? It's my turn.
Yeah, good one with him and I. But if you talk to like George, who was able to successfully come back from something like that, and then like Dominic, who is still out, and you're still waiting to see him back. Have you talked to guys like that to see?
I've talked to George because George, we had an identical injury. We also had identical surgery. There's different surgeries you can get, patella tendon and a graft or something. You know what I mean? But Dominic got the other one, where it's someone else's is put into your knee. You know what I mean, or something. So, I just talked to George, reached out to George, and he came. He was in LA. We went out for dinner. We ended up going out. You know what I mean? We chatted about it, and it was good to talk to George. And Dominic's situation is heartbreaking. I mean, I definitely keep a close eye on what's going on with him. And look, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. It is tough to take. You know what I mean? So, but more so, I've been in contact with George rather than Dominic.
So, who you working with on rehab? You're doing it in LA, totally.
Sorry?
The rehab. So, who you're working with on that? You're doing it in.
Yeah. I'm working with Heather Milligan over there. Same as George. This woman is a specialist at what she does. You know, I can tell that when people are passionate about what they do and they're 100% focused on what they do. And this woman is 100. So, you only awake, Roberta?
Morning.
Slacking up.
That's the sports science lab where you.
Yeah, I'm going to him as well, Gavin, the sports science guy. Yeah, so again, same as George. So, yeah, what are we talking about again?
The rehab?
Yeah, it's going good.
You said that it's some kind of competition for you to get back into the octagon as soon as possible, but you have to make sure that, you know, you have to keep in mind that it can backfire on you if you get back too early because the knee's not 100% yet and whatnot. Are you aware of that?
100%. Again, I'm studying what's going on around me, and I ask questions. If they don't tell me I can do it, whatever they tell me I can do, I'm doing. You know what I mean? And they are specialists at what they do. The UFC have been looking after me so much. You know, they put me with the best people. So all I have to do is show up and follow instruction, and then I'll see you at the top.
Last couple of minutes.
What was that story behind? You know, you had that picture with Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was the story behind that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Arnie's with the woman from the physio. I don't know. There's like some sort of relationship going on or something. You know what Arnie's like. But nah, she knew. I don't know how it happened. He just walked in with his dog Gustav. You know, a little dog, a little brown dog. And I didn't even know it was Arnie because I love dogs and animals and shit. So I was just like, oh, there's the dog, and I started rubbing him head the dog. Then I looked up and there's the governor. You know what I mean? Saying, but and he knew, because he knew about me. He was like, I've seen you fight. I hear you're going back to Ireland for 2 weeks, and I love Ireland. I've been there before. It's such a great time. When you come back to LA, we can do something. And now I don't know whether that was just maybe like just a friendly conversation, but I'm going to show up at his front door. Remember me, Arnie? Arnie's a kill man. I mean, the guy came over. There's a story for you. I mean, he came over, couldn't speak a lick of English. You know what I mean? And came over and ended up running the town. You know what I mean? Same as me. A lot of people can't understand what I'm about, but I'm gonna run this town. You know what I mean? So.
You said at the beginning of the interview that whenever you stepped in the cage, you had a nation behind you. Is that something that perhaps UK MMA fans could learn a little bit from? Because we don't seem to be nearly as vocally passionate about our fighters as the Irish seem for you, and even guys like Catal and the others. Is that something we could learn from our Irish brethren?
Yeah, I believe so. You know what I mean? If you need to believe in your surroundings. You know what I mean? The one thing that the Americans have is their confidence. You know, they're confident in what's going down. I'm confident in my training. I'm confident in my team, in my coach. You know, and that's it. A lot of people, maybe more so the UK guys, think that the answer, including Ireland, a lot of people in Ireland think the answer is to move abroad, to get training elsewhere. What you're looking for is out there, but it's not. You know what I mean? You leave a gym. Like, look at guys, you know, guys that switch coaches and switch camps back and forth. And tell me one guy, tell me one world champion that has done that. You know what I mean? Because there isn't one. You know what I mean? You make it yourself. You know what I mean? You build it yourself with a belief in your surroundings, belief in your work, and a belief in your team. The answer is not out there. You know what I mean? So of course, maybe they could take a little bit from that. Not just the English, but everyone. You know, a lot of people think that the answer is out there, what they're looking for, you know? And then when they get out there, they realize it's not out there. You know what I mean? So.
Last question.
We interviewed you in Sweden, and you said your greatest asset, or one of your greatest assets, was your mental strength, your mental discipline, because you knew in your mind you were already there. Seeing as that's already can that get any better? And if not, where do we see the next evolution in how good you can become?
Yeah, you know, look, coming up, I always saw myself in these I always saw these situations play out in my head and really believed in them, you know what I mean? And then they happen. You know, then they happen before my eyes, and I had to kind of sit back and say, hang on, this is actually happening. So why not? You know, that showed me that the mind is a powerful thing, you know, and I'm only learning that. I'm only growing at that. You know what I mean? So what's to stop me? What's to stop it? You know what I mean? I see myself with all the belts, all everything. The mind is a strong thing, and I believe I have the best mind in the game at the minute. You know what I mean? So.
Cool.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much.
Cheers. Thanks.